welcome. I'm Lucy Newport from Living Green Office Yoga, and this is the Let the Stress Go series, created to help office workers release physical and mental stress and tension, relax and feel really good. In this class we've got some nice deep yoga postures that we'll be holding for at least a minute each to really stretch and get into any tight spots in your body caused by office work and stress. All you need for this class is your mat and some comfy clothes that you can move around in. It'll also be good if you can have a pillow or a folded blanket next to you in case you need it. Okay, so we're going to start in a nice comfortable seated position. So this could be cross-legged or kneeling, however is comfortable for you to sit today. So making your way there, getting yourself nice and comfortable so you can pull the flesh out from underneath your hips. Sitting up nice and tall, you can rest your hands on your knees, your thighs. Taking a nice slow exhale, you can close your eyes, relaxing your muscles in your face, relaxing your shoulders. And take a moment to scan through your body, so from the top of your head down to your feet. And as you do this, ask yourself the question, where am I holding tension? So quite often we have the tendency to hold tension, hold parts of our body tight when we're stressed. And often we don't even realise that we're doing this until we take the time to scan through and just notice. So this could be tension holding in your jaw, it could be in your shoulders. Quite often we round them and squeeze them up towards our ears. It could be in your hips. And just noticing. And then as we move through and hold the postures in today's class, keep bringing your awareness into this part of your body, all these parts of your body. And seeing if you can release just a tiny bit more tension there each time. We're going to start by bringing the right ear over our right shoulder and reaching the left fingertips out towards the sides, starting to create a nice deep stretch from the left fingertips up through the left side of the neck and into the head. You can have a little play around here, so try walking the fingertips maybe a little bit further back. And find that changes the stretch. Feeling your breath nice and soft. If you like to take the stretch a little bit deeper, you can bring your right hand, place it over your left ear. Allowing gravity just to deepen the stretch a little more. So you're not pulling on your head here at all, you're just allowing the gentle weight of your arm. Stretch a little more into the left side of your neck. Holding here for a couple more nice slow inhales and exhales. And then if your right hand is over your ear, releasing this. And very slowly bring your head back up to center. You can bring your hand or hands back in onto your knees. Just closing your eyes for a moment here. Noticing any difference you can feel in the left and the right sides of your neck. And we'll go to the other side to bring your left ear, tipping it over the left shoulder rather. And then walking your right fingertips just alongside your body, starting to feel that stretch up through the right arm and the right side of your neck. Again, you can walk your fingertips back a little more. You might feel that changes the stretch just slightly. You can stay exactly as you are, or if you like, you can place your left hand over your right ear. Just allowing the weight of your arms to gently deepen the stretch a little more. And using your breath here to help release tension. So as you inhale, feeling your body fill with your breath. And as you exhale, softening everything, letting it all go. Stay here for 2 more slow breaths. And releasing your left hand very, very slowly. No rushing here. Bring your head back up to center. Nice. And we're going to come onto our hands and our knees. We're going to bring our feet together to touch and our knees as wide as your mat. So coming back into a wide-legged child's pose. Making your legs as wide as you want them today, and walking your fingertips forward, relaxing your head down onto the mat. If you feel any pinching in your knees at all, then it's a really good idea to place a folded blanket or a pillow in the crooks or in the backs of your knees, and that just lessens the degree in the joint. Just allowing everything to melt down into the mat. No holding, no tension. Just everything soft and heavy. Gently lifting the head and neck up. We're going to walk both hands over to the right side. This doesn't have to be a big change. Just so you can feel the stretch down the left side of your body. Pat your left armpit. And when you can feel that stretch, dropping your forehead back down to the mat, feel go there. Feeling the left side of your body really stretch on each inhale. Feeling everything softening and letting go on the exhale. Lifting your head, neck up again. Very slowly walking your hands back through centre. Coming over to the left side this time. So again, it doesn't need to be too far a distance. Perhaps your hands or your left hand just comes off the left side of your mat until you can feel a stretch down the right side of your body, perhaps into your right armpit, and relaxing your head down here. Holding here for 3 more full inhales and exhales. Lifting your head very gently, walking your hands back into the centre of the mat. You're going to lift the body back up, so walking your hands in towards your legs. You can remove a blanket or cushion if you've got it there. Now we're going to very gently, very softly make our way to downward facing dog. So bringing your knees straight out in front of you, walking your hands back to the front of the mat. You're going to tuck the toes under and softly lifting the knees, coming up and back with the hips into downward facing dog. So you can pedal the legs out, so bending one knee, reaching the opposite heel to the mat, and bending the other. And both legs straight, or both knees bent if that feels better for your spine. Then looking forward at the hands, we're just going to bring the right foot to the top of the mat. And here, with the foot in between your hands, looking forward, just rocking your hips forward and back, nice and gently. And then lifting your hips up and down. So no straining here, just keeping the movement really soft. And then back knee comes down to the mat and tucking the toes, lifting up off your fingertips. So here you just want to check that your right knee isn't going over your right ankle, just to keep the joint nice and safe. If it is, if you're more in this position, you can walk your left toes back slightly. And we're going to interlace our fingers over the right thigh, crown of the head reaching up, drawing the hips down and forward. So we're compressing into the right side of the hip and really opening and stretching across the left side of the hip. See if you can keep all the muscles in your face nice and soft. Nice, then releasing your hands, you're going to heel toe the right foot to the right side of your mat, and then bringing both hands down to the left of it. Maybe bringing your left knee forward slightly if it's too deep of a stretch. With your right knee facing or pointing directly up, sinking your chest down a little bit deeper. So perhaps your shoulders come in line with your right knee. Perhaps your elbows here bend as you lower down. But keep that right leg nice and engaged, so gently pressing the inside of your right shin or your right calf to the outside of your right arm. Really stretching nice and deeply into the hips now. Just one more breath here. Lifting back up for a moment. We're going to come onto the outside edge of the right foot. So the right edge of the right foot, drawing the knee out to the right away from you. You can stay up on your hands like this, or you can lower down onto your forearms. This is a really nice deep stretch into the hips. Such a good one if you're someone who tends to hold a lot of tension in this part of your body. You can relax your head and your neck here. Keeping your focus on your breath. Imagining your breath travelling right down into your right hip. Pulling around the joints and releasing any tension here. And then one by one bring the hands back to the floor. Bring the foot back flat on your mat, and heel toeing your right leg so it's back in between your hands. We're going to lift up off, or we're going to tuck the back toes under and lift up off the knee. Then stepping back that right leg, maybe take another pedal out here, and feeling the difference between both sides of your body. Finding stillness just for a moment. And gazing between your hands, bring your weight forward and stepping your left foot to the top of your mat. With it between your hands, we're just going to very gently rock forwards and back. Just getting the hips a little more loosened up for what's to come. And then lifting the hips up and then down. Again, no straining. And bringing the back knee down. And tucking the toes and lifting your body up. Again, checking your left knee is not going over your left ankle. So if you're in this position, walking your back foot back slightly. Lifting up. Your hands interlaced over your left thigh. If you find that this is already a really deep stretch for you here, you can bring your fingertips back to the mat and just bring that knee forward a little more so you're not cutting into your hips quite so deeply. Just taking it to the level that you need today. And then releasing your hands from your thigh, we're going to heel toe the left foot over to the left side of the mat. And then bring both hands just to the right of the foot. So keeping this knee pointing up towards the ceiling to begin with, we're just going to lower the chest down slightly more towards the mat. So this could mean bending your elbows, perhaps your shoulders come in line or just below your left knee. Holding the stretch here, gently pressing the inside of your left leg to the outside of your left hand. Again, if this feels too deep, then you can lift back up. Not creating any additional tension, definitely don't want to cause any strain in the body. Just listening to your body's signals and taking it as far as you need to or want to today. One more breath here before we move on. Lifting your body up, arms come straight. We're going to come onto the outer left edge of your left foot. So the left knee is drawing out now, opening up into the hip a bit more. You can stay here up on your hands, or you can bring one forearm down to the mat, followed by the other one. Relax your head and your neck. Feeling this deep stretch in the left hip now. At any point if this starts to feel too much, if you feel pain or if you feel any tingling, just coming back up and out of the stretch. Keep your body nice and safe. One more breath here, nice and soft. And bring one hand to the mat, followed by the other. Gently bring your knee back up, so it's facing straight up. Gonna heel toe that foot back into the centre, tuck the back toe under, plant the palms, step back to downward facing dog. Ooh, so you might really feel that release in the hips. And then very softly bring your knees down to the mat. You can come off your hands. Maybe just give yourself a bit of a massage in that hip crease area, so really getting your thumbs across the front of your hips. Should feel really nice. Lovely. And then coming to the middle of your mat, we're going to come into frog pose now. So bringing your knees as wide as you can, so like we would in a wide-legged child's pose, feet together, knees out, as wide as is comfortable. And then we're going to bring our feet so that they're in line with our knees. So into this froggy position. And from here, just walking the hands forward, coming onto the forearms. Keep a nice lift in your chest and your neck. Really focusing your awareness into your hips. Here you might just want to be nice and still, or if you want to feel a bit more of a stretch, you can gently, very gently pulse your hips forwards and backwards. If at any point this starts to feel like too much in your hips, you can walk your knees a little bit more closer together so they come in. Or if you want to deepen the stretch more, you can walk your hips a little further out. Close your eyes and focusing your awareness on your breath. Stay here for 4 more slow breaths. And come up lifting onto one hand, then the other. Bring the knees in a little bit closer together and bring your feet to touch, coming back to sit onto your heels. And bring your feet, or your knees together rather, just resting the top of your hands on the top of your thighs. Closing your eyes for one moment. Checking in and noticing how you're feeling at this part of the practice. And softly opening your eyes, coming to cow face pose now. So back onto your hands. We're going to bring our right knee to the center of the mat. Swing the right foot out to the left. Left knee comes behind the right and the foot swings out to the right. And then coming to sit back, so your bum comes between your heels. Just adjusting yourself here so you're nice and comfortable, or as comfortable as you can be. If you find that one of your hips is lifting or both of the hips are lifting, you can bring your pillow or blanket just underneath your bum. You might find that a bit more comfortable. And sitting up nice and tall. Going to bring this pose into the shoulders too. So bring first the right arm out to the side, palm facing in front of you. And then turning the palm to face back and really rotating that shoulder in the joint socket. And bring your hands up and back behind you. So palm of your hand is reaching up your back. We're going to lift the left arm nice and high. Then reaching back behind your back, clasping your fingertips if you can. If you can't reach, no problem, perhaps you can just hold on to part of your top or just rest back of your hand on the back of your head, lower hands on your back. Just going wherever you can today. Close your eyes here. Gently moving your breath through your body. Allowing any tight spots to soften. And releasing the hands. Keeping the legs where they are for the moment, just walking your hands forward, so coming to a fold over your thighs. You can relax your forehead or your chin to your right knee. Two more breaths here. Lifting your head, neck, chest, walking your hands back in towards your legs, sitting up tall. Great, so we're going to come out of the posture now, so you can bring one hand just behind you, one hand reach in front, use that back hand to help push you off, coming back onto your hands and knees, and wrapping the legs, coming straight onto the other side, so bring your left knee to the centre of the mat. Left foot comes out to the right, right knee behind left and the foot coming out to the left. And gently walk your hands back, bring your hips between your heels. Adjusting yourself here, so you might want to bring your feet closer into your body or further away. And again, if you feel like your hips are lifting up or this is just really uncomfortable for you, then bringing the pillow or folded blanket underneath your hips. Wherever you are, sitting up nice and tall. This time we're going to bring the left hand out to the side, palm facing forward, and then really wrapping the shoulder blade up and under. Bring your hand round and up your back, and then lifting the right arm up and bringing the hand behind you. See if you can clasp your fingertips together. If that's not quite accessible for you, then you can perhaps hold on to part of your top or just rest your left hand on your lower back, right hand on the back of your head. And see if you can hold this for a couple of nice slow breaths. Really reaching the right elbow up and back and the left elbow down and back. Opening up across the front of the chest. And then gently releasing your hands and coming to walk them in front of your body, so lowering your chest towards your thighs. And here you can rest your forehead or your chin onto your knee. If you don't quite make it and you're up here, that's absolutely fine. Just taking this to wherever works in your body, wherever's comfortable. Two more slow breaths. Lifting your head and your neck, walking your hands in towards your legs. We'll bring the right hand just behind you, left fingertips reaching forward, and using that right hand to lift up off your hips, unraveling your legs. Again, let's just sit for a moment. You can rest your hands on your thighs. Sit up nice and tall. Just allowing everything to rest between the poses. We're going to finish up with a nice stretch across the front of the shoulders. So you're going to do this by coming onto the front of the body. So making your way down to the mat nice and gently. We'll start with the right shoulder, so bringing your right arm out parallel with your shoulder. So if you need more room, shifting over on your mat. So the palm is face down on the floor. Body is lying flat on the ground. And then with loads and loads of awareness in your shoulder. So this is really important. You want to keep lots of awareness in the shoulder as you very gently begin to roll onto the right side of your body. So you'll start to feel this stretch into the shoulder. If you like here, you can bend your left knee and place it just behind your body. So using your leg like a lever to stop you rolling right back. If this already feels too far and your shoulder's like, nope, don't like that, coming back more towards the front of your body. You just want to find that sweet spot where you can feel the stretch across the front of the shoulder, but you don't want any tingling. That's a sign you've gone too far. Keeping your awareness on your right shoulder and on your breath. Staying here for two more. Nice slow, gentle breaths. And then very gently, very slowly beginning to roll back onto the front of your body. You can straighten your left leg, using your left arm to slowly bring you down. And then if you like, shimmy back into the middle of your mat if you've moved off. You can make a nice little pillow with your hands, resting one cheek here and just taking a moment. It's quite a deep stretch. And then coming onto the other side of the body, so we'll bring the left palm flat down onto the mat, the arm reaching away from you. And then using your right hand, fingertips to the ground, just going to very gently start to roll onto the left side of your body. So here again you can bend the right leg and perhaps bring that foot just behind you, making sure that you don't roll all the way back onto your left arm. Just finding the points where you can feel that stretch, but you're also keeping lots of integrity in the shoulder joints and not going too far. Just holding here, feeling how each inhale and each exhale just very subtly affects the stretch. And then again, using your right hand like a lever, just very slowly bring your body back onto the front. So rolling over to the right leg straightens. You can make that pillow of your hands again, resting a cheek here, resting for one moment. And then using the hands to help shift you and come to lie on the right side, or on the back of your body rather. Coming into our Shavasana, so our corpse pose, our final relaxation. So bring your feet as wide as your mat, palms facing up and away from your body. Neck nice and long, head reaching away. Here, allowing any last tension in your body just to melt away into your mat. So no need to hold on to anything. Just letting all muscles in your body soften and relax. Allowing your bones to be as heavy as they are in your body. No need to make any effort to hold anything in place. And then starting to wake up your body by deepening your breath. Giving your toes a gentle wiggle, your fingers a wiggle. You can rock your head from side to side. Maybe take your arms up overhead, really pointing through your toes, taking a nice full body stretch. And bending your knees and bring your feet to the mat. Going to roll over onto one side of your body. Finding a comfortable position here. Couple more moments in relaxation. And keep your eyes closed, using your arms to help lift you up nice and slowly. Coming back to seated position, wherever you started. You can rest your hands on your knees or on your thighs. As we did at the beginning of the class, just scanning through your body from the top of your head down to your toes. Noticing if anything feels a little different, if anything feels a little more loose and open, less tension. And when you're ready, you can gently, slowly open your eyes. Thank you for joining me for this class today. I really hope that this has helped you to release some tension in your body and feel really good. Thank you.